great Malcolm X once said, education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to the person that prepares for it today. How many of you in this class right now have a head with a brain in it? Good. What if I told you there were multiple surefire ways for you to be able to study, read, and comprehend everything your professor will throw at you? Would you be interested in hearing about it?
Yes.
Okay, let's start off. Most students usually carry these around or they find them around campus. And the thing that I'm talking about is a planner. A planner is used to write down your to-do list that you would follow on a day-by-day or a weekly basis. So you could easily manage your time and be able to fit in exercise, your free time, video game time, and mainly what every student should fit in is study time. No student should miss out on studying. And when I say study, you guys need to know that you need to be able to absorb the information. Read the textbook word for word. Take notes on whatever you see. And also, students usually only have one color. You should have multiple colors of highlighters. Why I say this? Because you want your information that you highlight to easily be found because you know what color you used on that information. Highlight vocabulary words, phrases, quotes that you see on your textbook so you can be able to have it in your mind and cemented. After that, you want to be able to start to do your homework. Make sure you do your homework on time before class. When I say before class, I don't mean literally right before class starts. I'm talking about 2 or 3 days in advance. You want to make sure you give yourself enough time so you don't have to worry about, let's say, an illness, family emergency, and you don't want to give your professor that excuse, oh, my daughter just ate my homework, or that my ink just ran out of my printer excuse. Those excuses don't work on your professor nowadays. After you finish doing your homework, it's time for you to study because there's always going to be an exam coming right up. Make sure all the information that you gathered from the textbook, you read and analyze exactly how you ordered it. Your teacher might have gave you a study guide, and sometimes they don't. If they don't, create your own. Have friends, family quiz you on it because you want to be able to understand everything you read and cement it into your mind. Once, let's say, a test is coming up next week, your teacher is going to help you prepare for it by having the class participate in the lecture. He's going to want you to participate because you're going to need to understand every little key detail he tells you. Make sure you talk out loud and ask questions of what you don't understand, even questions on your homework, because they can be a refresher for you so you can make the information concrete. And when I say participate, you never know. The teacher might like a talkative class, and he'll throw in a little curve on your next exam. It will benefit you one day. Now, in conclusion, let's see everything that I talked about. I talked about having a planner because it could help you manage your time efficiently. Then I talked about absorbing the information and obtaining everything you've learned in your mind. After that, I said do your homework because that can be the one thing that makes or breaks your grade in that class. And then last but not least, I talked about studying and participating in class effectively. You want to make sure you have enough time for you to study. Now, with all that being said, the late Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon for you to change the world. Thank you.